So yeah, there we have a bunch of different fuzz pedals. I'll put the guitar down and explain what we have. And I'll try to keep the mic here. So yeah, first in the chain, and this is my loop switcher, so I can just you know, switch the pedal like that on the go. And on the left we have all these are made. I've made them myself. And on the left we have a Pharaoh. That one. And I think that's like a Blackart's Stoneworks or something. And then we have a classic. We have a Tonebender. I think Mark II with a little mod. So that's that in there. On bank 2. No, not on bank. Actually, just on preset 2. And then we have a Bigg Muff. Third. And I've modded that a bit. And then I have a weird little thing I've made myself with a lot of switching. And it's essentially a buzzbox. So yeah. That one over there. And well, the reason for this video is, I don't know, I just figured out, like, I have so many fuzzes, so let's hear, can I make them like sound quite similar? And yeah, I think I could have tweaked a bit more, but you probably get the idea. So for that sound, all of those 4 can do that kind of sound, you know. But then of course we can get a bit interesting, and this also is a good example about how modding can affect your fuzz sound quite a lot. And yeah, so let's check this out. I'll put some volume back on, and so that's the clean sound. So the first one was the Pharaoh. Oh, and let me actually show you. So here we go. We are in Studio One. We have amplitube, and I picked up like a clean amp, so high amp. When you keep the volume low, it's pretty clean. So yeah, that's and the fuzz is quite timed, as they say, so it's maxed out. And then we have the Tonebender, Pharaoh, then the Muff, then the buzzbox, and then we go to woolly mammoth. So this one's, you can hear the drastic difference. That's the gate, so it has this like gate function knob in there, and when you crank that, it has that sort of sound. And I can say that you can't get that out of a Muff, for example. It's just not gonna do it. Same with the Tonebender. So in that sense, yeah, not all the fuzzes are the same, of course, but you know. Let's then go to the buzzbox, and that's the stock sound. So it's quite similar to Muff or Tonebender, but then so yeah, with a few flips of a switch, I add an octave there and change the clipping diode. So yeah, that's something a Muff can't do. So yeah, and then we have the Muff. Let me check what I have in there. So and yeah, so when it becomes much darker with those changes. So I'm actually changing the values of a few capacitors in there by the flip of the switch, and then there's a few others. I can't actually even remember. I have a note somewhere, but yeah. But yeah, they changed the sound of the Muff. As we can hear. So it's much darker with that. So yeah, and then the Tonebender, of course. Is there really that much of a difference? No. So, and yeah, then the Pharaoh. Subtle differences you could tweak with the knobs and get it even closer. The Pharaoh has, you can change the clipping diodes, and there's a few other things, but yeah, it's you can like do a little bit of fine tuning, but in the end, if you want that, you know, fuzz sound like like that, Tonebender, Muff, you know, whatever. Most of them, I think, can do that. But the woolly mammoth, when I take the gate off, turn that down. Even that can do the Muff Tonebender kind of sound. But the thing is that when I crank it, that's something the Muff or the Tonebender, they just can't do it. And the same with this one, so this. That's something, yeah, you can't get out of the Tonebender or the Muff. And the bigger difference with these you can hear when I change the amp and I take something that's already driven. So let's take JCM 800. Here we go. So we have a little bit of gain there already. Then when we start to so the difference start to, you know, come out. So it really depends on where you stick them. And let's have some fun. For me, not necessarily for you. All right, yeah. So there we go. That's some fuzzes. So we had Pharaoh, Tonebender, Bigg, Muff, buzzbox, and woolly mammoth. And yeah, you can probably hear the differences, and you know, that's the octave up. I do have an octave down fuzz also somewhere, but I didn't put it in there for some reason. It would have been fun. And the woolly mammoth is like one of my all-time favorites, because it just makes that it has its thing. And I'm really pleased with this pedal, how that came out. And that was yeah, I think I have a few videos on my channel about how I came up with that. And but yeah, fuzzes. That was pretty, like, I think heavy sounding fuzz sound. You can be a bit more subtle with it, but that was not the purpose of this video. Maybe I'll make one in the future, but this was just to show that you know, essentially, depending on what kind of amp you drive your fuzzes into, what's your bass sound, you can achieve a certain tone with almost any kind of fuzz. All right. Now I'm gonna take that board apart. I'm gonna get those pedals out of there and start doing a pedal board with the loop switcher, and I think that's gonna be a series of videos I'll do in the future. So yeah, I'll go through all the things you can do with that. Alright, but yeah, that's this is that video. See you next time.